Well, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, specifically about how to get started with Bitcoin. The title of the video is Be Careful, because what I'm going to share with you today is a little bit of my own mistake, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I lost almost $2,000 in Bitcoin. And I'm also going to share with you a lot of different apps and investment websites and things like that. There's a lot out there, and that's why I say be careful, because I want to make sure that beginners get started off on the right path. So from a prior beginner to a new beginner, let's get started. If you're a cryptocurrency guru, you're gonna think, dude, this video is very basic. Well, this video is not for you. This is for beginners. You know, there's a lot of hype around Bitcoin. There's a lot of hype about cryptocurrency. A lot of people are hearing about it and they're wondering, how the heck do I get started? I'm gonna start off what we're gonna talk about today. One, how I lost 2,000 of these big boys right here. And then I'm gonna share with you some apps and websites that can help you based on what your goal is when it comes down to cryptocurrency. If you're ready to get started, all I ask, a simple charge of tapping that bit like down below. Bit like, it doesn't get any funnier than this, so I am sorry. All right, let me start off with, you know, this is killing me that I have to talk about the fact, nobody wants to talk about the fact they lost $2,000, but I want to be transparent with you, especially if you're starting off. So here it is, it's 2017, and that was the last time that Bitcoin was really like on the move. It was like, whoo, it was going to the sky at $16,000. Oh my gosh, back then we thought it was crazy. Now you look at it today and it's like $35,000 plus. Wow. But it didn't matter. It was going to the sky. Everybody was excited about it. And so I decided, hey, this is something new. I'm used to doing like retirement investments and stock portfolio investments, but I'm going to dip into this Bitcoin thing and see what it's all about. So I did. I bought into it and I owned a total of, here we go, 0.1003604 of Bitcoin, so a fraction of a Bitcoin. And that was worth at the time, I think around $1,500, $1,536. So it starts coming back down, right? So 2017, right at the end, right in December time, oh, it's up, everything's great. And then it starts coming back down in January 2018. Well, unlike everything I always talk about when it comes down to the stock market, never get panicked and sell at the worst time. Well, your boy did the wrong thing and did what I say not to do. I sold at the wrong time. It was January 4th, 2018, and I sold that Bitcoin, and I took my $1,500 and I ran to the bank with it. Then I look and I'm like, okay, it fell to like $6,000 or something like that. It fell, I was like, whatever, Bitcoin's weird. If I would have just stayed on the roller coaster ride, through the downs and the ups and all the way through it, guess what it would be worth today? That amount would be worth $3,501.47. Guess what? That means I lost the opportunity cost of $1,900 thanks to that stupid mistake of selling too early. So I want to warn you, and that's my first tip here today in the Bitcoin beginner investor tips. Do not depart with money that you need. This isn't going with grandma and Aunt Sally down to the bingo hall while we smoke our cigarettes. And then we're gonna throw some money down on the crapjacks and the blackjacks and the roulette table. No, we're not going to a casino. That's not what Bitcoin is, and I think too many people do that. They go into Bitcoin, they go into cryptocurrency thinking they're gonna get rich quick. I'll throw some money in. I hear about all these people making millions of dollars. There's a lot of scammy people on YouTube making all these videos about how they make all this money. No, it's all a bunch of BS, guys. That's not the way to do things right. I'm gonna leave it in there for a long period of time, and I'm not gonna stress out if it drops in value, and I'm not gonna be crazy with it. I'm just gonna let it ride. Then you're on your way to success with Bitcoin. Now the second thing is, here's where it gets really interesting. You gotta be careful. What is your strategy when it comes down to cryptocurrency? Are you truly looking at it as an investment? You wanna put your money into Bitcoin in hopes that it will grow in value and that someday you can take out a profit. That's fine, as long as you're in it for the long haul. Or are you interested in the investment, but you also are interested in using cryptocurrency as a method of payment? You know, obviously you can take $100 down to a restaurant, down to a store, and you can pay them for the goods or the service that they perform. More and more companies, even brick and mortar stores, are allowing cryptocurrency as a form of payment. Websites are all over the place, especially with the introduction of PayPal cryptocurrency and some of the bigger banks getting into the cryptocurrency. This is going to pave the way for more merchants offering cryptocurrency as a method of payment. Jobs are now, some jobs are paying in Bitcoin. There's actually a Reddit topic on this, jobs that pay Bitcoin, and it's basically listing out a bunch of jobs that they find that actually pay people in Bitcoin. So cryptocurrency, I think, is here to stay, but you also got to say, okay, do I like that aspect of it? About it being some type of way that I can actually pay for services and goods, or am I just purely only interested in the investment portfolio? Here's the big difference. I'm going to give you two examples. The very first example is Robinhood. I've used Robinhood for many years. I have many review videos here on the channel about Robinhood. I use Webull as well. These are investment apps that are primarily focused on stock market investments. They also offer cryptocurrency, but the trick with that is that it's based on investment only. So let's say you put in $100 into Bitcoin on Robinhood. You own the investment of that amount, but you don't actually own the Bitcoin. In other words, you can't take your Robinhood Bitcoin and go down to someday your local Starbucks, who now accepts Bitcoin, not really, but when they do, and you can't pay with that Robinhood crypto. Same thing with Webull. It's all about the investment only. Now, if you want an alternative, and this is something that I use more frequently, I have in the past, and I'm going to start picking it up again in the future, is Coinbase. Now, what Coinbase does is it gives you the ability to invest, right? Just like the Robinhood app that I just mentioned. But it also gives you the ability to have a digital wallet. And with this digital wallet, you can pay for things in Bitcoin. You can send to friends and family in Bitcoin. It allows you to send, it allows you to receive, all with that cryptocurrency. Now remember, this is a beginner video. This is just for people that have never done this, that are just starting off. So again, if the gurus are still watching, they're probably like, hey, you're forgetting about the encryption and the USB drive and all that weird stuff. No, that's too much. I'm not overwhelming people with all the details of crypto. We'll talk about that at another time. Today, it's just about the beginner parts. So that's really what it's about. You got to make that decision. Investor or investor plus ability to use the cryptocurrency. Let me give you an example of both, because there's some fees that you also need to be careful of. Both of them do charge a fee, whether Robinhood says they're commission free or not. There's fees baked into it, just like there is with Webull, just like there is with Coinbase. And that's what we're going to review today. Going to take it up on my computer and walk you through it. Let's go. So this is what it would look like in Robinhood. So if you wanted to, you could actually put this up on your app or on the website, and you can buy either in the amount in Bitcoin, which of course, if you got $35,000 you can depart with forever, power to you, my friend. But if not, you can click on that and make it in dollars. So we can say we're going to put in $5 into Bitcoin. It will give you the fraction of whatever Bitcoin that is based on the price. But I want you to take note of something. And this is all about the fees, okay? I'm going to show, this is Coinbase, this is called Coinbase Pro. There's a reason I use Coinbase Pro specifically with my Coinbase account, because the fees are lower. I'll get to that in just a minute. But look at the difference here. Look at the price of Bitcoin over here at $35,576. But look at it over here on the top. You see on the top here? Over on Robinhood, it's trading for more. Why is there a difference? Well, here's why. I mentioned the fees. So what Robinhood does, even though it's commission free, they base it based on a spread of the transaction amount. So it's a lot of complication, but ultimately nothing's ever free in life, my friend. It's basically an inflation on the price, because they're taking the fees of all the different trading markets that they go out to trade this share. So if you're going to buy a Bitcoin, in other words, the price will be different when you look at the different trading platforms. Now, Coinbase, on the other hand, watch what happens. What I'm going to do here is, in this example, I'm going to buy, I have $20 in my account right now. I'm going to buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. Now, look what it does here. See, fee equals 10 cents. So they're going to upfront say, we are charging you a fee of 10 cents. Get over it. That's how that's going to work. Now, Coinbase, this is Coinbase Pro. I know it looks like we're sitting inside of a cockpit of a space shuttle or something like that, but don't let that bother you. I want to hop over to the easier looking Coinbase, okay? So on the easier looking Coinbase, I can buy and sell right here on Coinbase. Now, it's the same thing as Coinbase Pro. When you sign up for Coinbase, you get Coinbase Pro. It's the same thing either way. Don't worry about it. But here's the difference. Even though this looks nicer, let's say we want to do $20, just like we did before. If I preview the buy, look what happens. They charge me a Coinbase fee of $1.49. So I'm going to get $18.51 worth of Bitcoin, but I have to pay a higher fee on the Coinbase app. So I actually prefer to use the Coinbase Pro, which is more of a trading atmosphere, but here's the difference. I can transfer this money from Coinbase Pro into Coinbase. What's the difference? Coinbase is where your digital wallet is stored. So again, if you're somebody that's into the idea of using this as a form of payment, Coinbase.com is where it's going to be. I'll include the link to Coinbase down below, which will give you $5 worth of Bitcoin just for signing up. So make sure you take advantage of that by clicking the link down below if you're interested. But that's kind of how I do this. I take advantage of the lower fees by buying it on their trading platform. And then as it rises and falls, or if I want to transfer some money in to pay for something in Bitcoin, I have the ability to do that by transferring it from the Coinbase Pro into the Coinbase. But before you go, let me just explain one other really important thing. You have the ability to earn extra money when you sign up for Coinbase. So you'll get your $5 in Bitcoin when you sign up. But over here on the left-hand side, it'll say Earn Rewards. Click on that. It basically takes you through a variety of different cryptocurrencies beyond just Bitcoin. But here's the beauty of it. When you sign up for these things, you have the chance of watching some videos to understand what the cryptocurrency is all about, which basically means you can earn up to about $100 or more in free money just by watching a few simple videos and answering a few simple questions. There's no hooks or scams attached to it. I just did it myself yesterday. So that's it, guys. That's what it's all about. You make that decision. Do you want to be an investor, or do you want to be an investor with the ability to pay for goods and services? It's your choice. But either way, I'll include both links to both Robinhood as well as Coinbase. You can make the best decision based on what works best for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like if you haven't already, and subscribe for more personal finance videos coming right here to the channel. But until next time, and as always, continue to live your sweet life because you're worth it. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.